My name is Lauren McGee. I am 23 years old and I'm a single mum to Tyler. I graduated in July of 2012 and I was looking for a graduate job and went to Edmondson Electrical. Went through the whole recruitment process, and just before I was due to start I had a meeting with the manager. During that meeting, the manager told me that I would never be successful as a manager because I was a woman. I was a mother first and foremost, and that would mean my priorities would never be work, and that's what they would need to be. He told me I'd have to work extremely hard to compensate for the fact that I was a woman and for my looks as a woman. I would never be taken seriously and my child would always come first. He actually at one point told me that if I wanted to use my sexuality to be successful, that was up to me. The comments got very, very detailed after that, and the whole thing was just a barrage of abuse. He also then told the male staff around me that he'd be keeping an eye on them around me because I was a woman, and I would be using my sexuality to almost to flirt with them and lead them astray in the workplace. It was all made out to be one big massive joke, and it wasn't until afterwards I realised just how serious it was. I left the meeting that day feeling completely as if every bit of self-esteem I'd built up had been knocked out of me, and felt that as a woman I would never be successful in the workplace. So I went away and thought about it, and after speaking to family and friends, they said, "Lauren, you cannot put up with this." So I contacted the recruitment company who dealt with the process. Immediately, within a couple of hours, they withdrew my job offer. They told me that I'd opened a can of worms by making the complaint, and that this was the consequences of my actions, not what had been said to me. I went through an appeals process and did everything I possibly could, but the job offer was withdrawn, and that was that. It was at that point then a friend of mine had told me that I should contact the Equality Commission. She had dealt with them before and she was full of praise and knew that they would give me the best advice about where I went. At that point I rang and had a lovely girl on the phone who explained to me all my different options and where I needed to go and what I needed to do next. I felt the whole way along like as if I was facing a massive company and it was just little old me. But when the Equality Commission took my case on, it was like as if I had a big corporation myself to help me fight this. When we eventually got to the settlement stage, I was never pressured into settling, and they really gave me the confidence to think if I wanted to take it all the way I could have. I eventually settled for £20,000, and most importantly, the Equality Commission then, as part of my settlement agreements, are now in with Edmondson Electrical, working with them to make sure that this doesn't happen to someone else. That's the main thing. Walking away from this, I now have this renewed confidence and belief in myself that I can fight things, and no woman should have to face the discrimination that I did. The Equality Commission helped me with that, and if it wasn't for them, there's no way I'd be where I am now, and that's a very, very good place.